Hey, today it is Tuesday, August the 8th of 2017, and then for me it is 5:44 in the a.m. And this is my life. Yesterday was a really amazing day. The last couple of months since the baby was born, it's been really rough. I was at that a couple months ago. I was in that spot. It happens every once in a while where I feel like I'm in a rut, and I'm praying every day, and I'm reading my Bible every day, and I'm studying outside of that every day, and I was reading my catechism, and I was just going, and my faith life just seemed to have lost its zip. I had a really comfortable routine, but it wasn't exciting anymore. And when I get to that point, it's when I always get really nervous, because eventually what happens is it's kind of like a television show. You're watching a television show that's been on for forever, or you're binge watching or whatever, and maybe you get to that point and the television show just isn't that great, so you stop watching it as religiously. And for a TV show, that's not a problem, but for your faith life, that can be really dangerous. And so slowly but surely, I allowed my tiredness of being woken up 2 or 3 times in the night to be a good enough excuse to not get up early in the morning, and to not have the first it was I think it was the videos, and then it was the prayers. Maybe, and then my study started slipping off, and I started listening to news podcasts, which is nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it just got to the point where I was focusing less and less on my spiritual health, and then I really started dipping into being. I was getting tempted, and so then I started sinning. I didn't rob a bank, I didn't kill anybody, I didn't hurt anybody else on the outside, that you could see. I personally believe that sin is more than just, like, if you sin against someone else, it's not just between you and them, or between you and God and them. I sin, it's between me and God, but I think also on a level, it's kind of like you throw a pebble into a pond, and the ripple effect goes out. And I think sin, affects a lot more than just you and your relationship with God. And if you do it if you sin directly to someone else, I believe it goes beyond that. And I'm Catholic, and I'm if you're not, I'm not judging or whatever. I highly recommend it because it's amazing. But I wasn't always Catholic, but one of the things I love about being Catholic is confession. And I sinned a couple times, and I was like, okay, and I prayed to Jesus and was like, hey, I'm sorry about that. And I could hear him. I could hear the Holy Spirit in my heart saying, you really need to get confession. And I was like, I know if I ask for forgiveness, seriously, that Jesus will forgive me. It's part of my cross, and it still kind of hangs with me. But I ended up going to confession last weekend, and it was just amazing. I sat down, and I just really connected with my priest, and he's I believe they call it a vicar. He's sitting in there for Christ. It's so when I'm sitting there, I'm not sitting with Father, I'm not sitting with Father. I'm sitting in there with Jesus. And I just spilled my guts, and I was like, I went all the way back to step 1. I was like, this is where it was, and everything was great, and I didn't realize it was great, and I let it all fall apart. And he gave me some amazing words of wisdom. It was really consoling. He gave me some penance to do that really helped me heal. It wasn't hard, it wasn't painful, I wasn't made to feel like a horrible, wretched sinner. There was no guilt. It was gone. I walked out of that confessional and I felt like the weight of the world was off my shoulders. And it allowed me to get back to where I was, and not just to come down here yesterday and start making videos again, but to also to to just get back into the routine of praying soulfully and getting reconnected with my best friend Jesus. I don't know. But I had a great day today, or I had a great day yesterday, and I'm hoping to have another great day today. I'll take whatever comes my way. I'm thankful for all that I have. I surely am. So, if you're not spiritual at all, you can dip your toe in the water, but we all know that when you go to the pool, you have a lot more fun a lot sooner if you just take the plunge and jump in. And I would just start connecting with Jesus every chance you can get. When I go through those periods in my life, even when I look back on it, and those periods that I thought where I was in a rut or I was in a comfortable routine, it was actually just really, really good. And instead of digging deeper or pushing harder or whatever, I shouldn't have got out of the pool. I should have kept striving. That's all I gotta say about that.